My name's Mark. I've been working in the security industry now for 11 years. For the last year, I've been working in close protection as well. I'd actually been training at the gym, trying to put some size on. And after a few years of doing that, my partner that I was with told me you should maybe go into security. And I think my brother had mentioned it as well, maybe that'd be quite good. So I ended up doing my course and getting my badge. And I started working at the Civic Hall in Wolverhampton doing the gigs. But because I'm into my rock music, I'd always get myself on a lot of the rock gigs and end up seeing a lot of bands while getting paid. So at the time, it wasn't a case of going into security because I really wanted to get into security at that point. It was more the fact of I could get into gigs and maybe get a chance to watch bands, and so that was the first reason I got into security. I think the most enjoyable thing about working on the doors is it's the social aspect. It's kind of replaced having a night out when we can be social with people. I think the perception of doorman is very different to how it used to be. So I think you're able to have a bit more communication with people now. So yeah. We were working on a busy match day on the pub that me and Tim work at, and a woman came past in her nightgown, dragging a Henry Hoover down the pavement. Now, I wasn't sure at the time whether she was going to be bringing this Henry Hoover in to do some hoovering for us, or whether that was just her general companion. She didn't come to the venue, and I don't think she was ever going to. But in the moment, I remember thinking, am I going to let her in with a Hoover? Or am I turning away this woman with her Hoover? Who knows? So another funny story that happened on the doors. Me and Tim were working on our regular door, and a guy comes from out the venue to have a cigarette outside. So we're stood there, he's casually having his cigarettes, and he reaches into his jacket pocket, pulls out a chicken stripper, takes a bite, puts it back in, and then casually carries on having his cigarette. Like it's normal. It was a bit weird. I think that the benefits of working in the security industry, for me, it's about meeting new people. You never know who you're going to bump into when working security. We work a regular door, so we do see a lot of regular people. But it's always nice to bump into new people that are maybe not even from this country, and you spark up a conversation and you might have things in common. I always have my business cards on me for my close protection work that I do. And you just never know that you're going to meet. So I think that is probably the biggest perk, the social element of it that was maybe missing many years ago, that's very relevant right now. So on a Friday, Saturday and Sunday, we work 8 p.m. till 1:30. On a Sunday, it's 12:30. But then on a match day, when Wolves play at home, we'll be on from 10 in the morning until 1:30 at night. So then football shifts are grueling, but we've been doing that now. I've worked on and off in the town for the past, 10 to 11 years now. And we've been on the same venue now for the last 6 years. So we pretty much know every regular that goes in there. I think my proudest moment in security, we had an elderly gentleman that used to bring his grandson in for the football games, and on 2 separate occasions this same gentleman had a heart attack in the venue, and I remember particularly on the second one, it was scary because of obviously it's happened before and it's the same person. We acted fast, we got everyone away from him. It was very, very hot. We'd radioed for a defib to come down from another venue because I knew another venue had one. I'm waiting for the ambulance. I just felt there's no time, we've got to act fast. We started doing CPR on him using the defibrillator. Paramedics came. From what we were told afterwards, that there was a period of time that he wasn't breathing. He wasn't with us. I remember putting my arm around his grandson just to let him know that we're here. We're not going to leave you. We're here to look after you. And then I think it was maybe a month later, maybe a bit longer, that the granddad came back in, and I remember him shaking our hands and said, "Thank you for saving my life." Now, whether it was me that saved his life, it wasn't just me. Maybe it was just acting fast, getting things done properly, efficiently, and not panicking. So it was the paramedics that ultimately saved his life. But maybe by us acting fast, that helped as well.